I'm off to meet with the Vice Premier, so I will be back tomorrow morning to gaggle if you have more questions then. So,
Mr. Secretary, are there tariffs that are going to be staying in place on Chinese goods through the election?
again, I think there's been a bunch of misinformation about this today, so let me clear this up. The ambassador and I put out a statement. We tried to be clear. The full agreement will be released tomorrow. There are no other agreements. The only thing that's not being released is there is a more detailed portion of the purchase part, which we thought would not be helpful for certain markets to release. These tariffs will stay in place until there's a phase two. If the president gets a phase two quickly, he'll consider releasing tariffs as part of phase two. If not, there won't be any tariff relief. So has nothing to do with the election or anything else. There's no secret agreements.
What fundamentally changed that led you to decide that China was no longer manipulating its currency?
That's a very good question. So you'll see tomorrow there's a very detailed currency chapter that we've negotiated. China has made very strong commitments that they will not do currency manipulation. There'll be more transparency. This is part of the enforceable agreement. And based upon that, and based upon the commitments going forward, we got comfortable to change the designation.
When do you anticipate phase two negotiations to start?
We'll see. We're very focused on implementing phase one. We'll start phase two, but we're very focused. This is an enormous achievement for the president and the economic team. This is the first time we'll have a fully binding agreement with China with structural changes, technology protection, and an additional $200 billion of purchases. So we're very focused on that implementation.
Do you agree with the president that he might be able to get a better phase two negotiation after the election rather than before?
I always agree with the president on his negotiating. Well, we'll see. Whenever we have a good agreement, we will present it to the president. We've never felt rushed. The president has been very clear in giving Ambassador and Lighthizer very clear instructions. We're only doing a good agreement. This was a very good agreement.
Mr. Secretary, if these tariffs remain in place, aren't there still some risks to the economy throughout this year?
I think both the tariff reduction that we have here as well as USMCA, by the way, we're very much looking forward to the Senate hopefully passing that this year. I think both of these will have tremendous economic benefits. And when at the appropriate time, if China signs a phase two and it's enforceable, we'll consider additional tariff reduction. Thank you, everybody.